So why the American dream is a complete scam in 2026. I'm going to give you my honest perspective of this, and most likely I might get some hate for making this video, and I'm going to have people saying that I'm unpatriotic and that I hate America, which is not the case at all. I always do my best to be as optimistic as I possibly can. And for context, Independence Day is my favorite holiday of the year. And yeah, I've always aimed to see the good of America. So America is a great country. It's very diverse. It has a lot of benefits. There's a lot of benefits of being an American. However, currently right now, if you are a young person and you're trying to get ahead, then you know that it's a lot harder than it's ever been before, right? Cost of living is continuing to go up. And I don't believe that this is a left or right issue or, red or blue. I know a lot of people will probably be quick to put me in a box. Okay, if I say anything negative about America, then I'm a liberal. If I say anything remotely positive, then that means I'm on the right, basically, and that means you're MAGA, and that means you support Trump 100%, right? And so the way that I look at that personally is I believe that the biggest issue when it comes to America right now is the fact that they are continuing. When I say they, I'm talking about the elites in power, are continuing to print trillions of dollars every single year, which is what's keeping the cost of living continuing to skyrocket every single year and why it's constantly getting harder. We're being taxed more than we've ever been. And then on top of that, more and more Americans are, they're not healthy exactly. Our food is full of preservatives and a bunch of other harmful ingredients that are, is making everyone sick. And so when I look at how everything is structured in the US, I really see it as a way for the elites in power to make as much money as possible while everyone else is struggling. So it's really a system of the have-yachts versus the have-nots. It's not so much about red or blue because, is life really that different compared to, let's take the years 2020 to 2024 and then 2024 to now. Is it really that different compared to before? Regardless of what side you're on, let's be honest for a minute, right? The average person is still living paycheck to paycheck. More young people are unable to move out and live on their own unless if you happen to make 20K, 50K a month or something crazy like that. And more people are struggling. And so I even see more older folks that are 60, 70 years old and they are still working normal jobs, which unless if they actually enjoy it, then that in itself is a crime in itself. So that being said, I want to talk about the best way and to get ahead if you are a young person right now. And when it comes to what's going on right now, of course, jobs are not paying nearly as much to keep up with inflation. So maybe if you work a regular job, you get a 50-cent raise every year or so. But again, it's not really that much. You're not really making any more if you compare it to the cost of living. And then university itself is a scam because you go there for 4 years, you get 6 figures in debt, and you're not even guaranteed the position that you went for. And so in my case, when I graduated high school, I was told, this was 2016, I was told, hey, if you don't go to university, you're going to end up working minimum wage jobs for the rest of your life, right? And so after going to university for one semester, I started looking at the numbers. And so again, this is before 2020, before most people caught on to it. And I realized it's not worth it at all because I'm not guaranteed any position. And unless if you're going for something that's super high in demand, you are likely not going to get a position that is well paying. And so that is the other thing to, of course, look out for. And then on top of all of that, there is AI that's going to be taking over, 90% of jobs or however many. I don't think it's going to be nearly as quick as some people are saying. Some are saying that within the next, 2 to 5 years, all positions could be replaced by AI. I don't personally think it'll be that quick. However, it's already happening. You're already seeing, for example, you go into your local grocery store, and rather than there being an actual cleaner guy, there is an automated robot vehicle driving around the entire store, basically. When you look at that, it's very easy to see why a lot of more people are becoming more nihilistic, becoming more black-pilled when it comes to life in general. And so more young folks as a result are just feeling confused, overwhelmed, and they don't know exactly what to do. So That being said, I want to talk about the best thing that you could do, I guess, to your ability to hopefully live as comfortably as possible. And personally for me, I do not recommend that young guys get married at all, simply because of the fact that the cost of starting a family is higher than it's ever been. Kids are very expensive. And then of course, with the divorce laws in place, it's very risky for guys as well. So even if you, let's say, are making 6 figures a year, or you have a successful business, then because of the way that the laws are set up, which again is structured very specifically to benefit the elites in power, your wife can, for any reason, she could cheat on you, she can, leave you for any reason, and then take half of your assets that you've worked for. So again, there's a lot that you're putting on the line by trying to follow that traditional path of getting a high-paying career, owning a home. I mean, that's not even attainable. And then of course, trying to get married and have kids and do that whole traditional route. So the best thing that you could do is, of course, as you're working regular jobs, try to job hop as much as possible. And, the more that you change positions, then you're naturally going to get raises a lot more compared to the average person that continues working a regular job. If you decide to go for anything beyond that at all, what I recommend is either go into a trade of some sort that is in demand, or the other best option is going to be starting an online business and finding a way to make an income online, right? So if you decide to go the route of going into a trade, then that is going to be something that is a lot more high in demand, and AI isn't really taking positions like that nearly as quick as like regular jobs, right? So it's unlikely that if you go into a trade that you are going to be replaced within a couple of years, and that is a lot more safe compared to going to university. So that is one route that you can go, but my ultimate recommendation for the average young person right now is, on the side of your 9 to 5, okay, you go to work 40 hours a week, do the absolute best that you can at your job. So I know there's this whole trend of like quiet quitting, but if you want to have stable, consistent income coming in, then I recommend just do the best that you can at your job. But when you're off the clock, you want to be using your free time very strategically, right? So when it comes to starting an online business, making money online, of course, there's remote jobs you could work. But of course, you ideally want to go the route of having your own online business that enables you to have location freedom, time freedom, money freedom, location freedom. This is the new American dream right now in 2026 and beyond, because you could decide where you want to live. You could also provide a lot more, better support for your family. And this is way more profitable and much safer than most people make it out to be, right? So people say that starting an online business is risky, but when you look at the cost of starting an online business, it is a lot lower compared to going into university, right? So depending on what you decide to start, and I'll kind of give my recommendation here, you could start an online business for less than $1,000, right? In my case, I just use free social media. I promote digital products online, and all I pay for is a page builder tool and an email autoresponder, right? So I pay like $30 to $40 a month for those two tools, and that allows me to simply collect leads online, build up an email list, and you could use that to promote anything that you want. Now, the best thing that you can promote with an online business is, of course, selling digital products. The reason why this route is the best to take is because you don't have to create anything yourself. There's no cost of inventory. You don't have to ship anything out. There's no customer service. And you can simply let the company that you're promoting do all of that work for you. So your main goal is, of course, going to be just learning how to market online. And so as long as you can get really good at that, if you can get really good at getting attention online, then this is ultimately the thing that will allow you to have the location freedom. And so this, I believe, is the simplest path for the average everyday person to build up a stable income online. And when you have stable income coming in, even if you are only making, let's say, $2,000 to $3,000 a month online, and you have location freedom with that, that in many ways is actually more valuable than a job where you're making $10,000 a month, but you are stuck to that one location. So, you can maybe save more money with that, but with an online business, you could decide to live wherever you want, where the cost of living is dramatically lower compared to where you might be right now. And so this is the number one thing that I believe every single young person should be working towards. And as long as you have online income, then you can just move to wherever you see a better fit for you. So that might be moving to a smaller town in your local state. It might be moving to the other side of the US altogether. It might be moving to another country altogether. Maybe you decide that you want to live in Europe, in Asia, in South America. And this, just having another home base is going to give you a lot more flexibility, and it's going to be a lot easier to raise a family as well, because the laws in place aren't designed to destroy men, basically, and the cost of living is a lot lower as well, and there's a lot less animosity towards one another and all that right there. So that is my perspective that I want to share as to why I believe the American dream is a scam. Let me know your honest opinion down below. Let me know what you think. Let me know if you agree or disagree with me. Let me know if you think I'm a total idiot and you think I should stop talking altogether. I welcome all comments. You're free to say and believe whatever you want. So share your honest opinion down below. And if you want to learn more about what I do specifically, and you want to learn more about how to actually market online and build a stable income doing exactly this, then you can check out the first link in the description down below. So that being said, hope you found this helpful, and take care. All the best.